talk about what's going on with Macy's. You know, Macy's along the many retail stores. You know what I mean? Think about, entities like Sears, the essentially
Mhm.
are almost not.
JCPenney.
Yeah, so the J.C. Penney's, the all of these locations that were, staple names on every single mall and many places. I mean, Sears in Brooklyn. I mean, that's one of the oldest stores that they have. I think that just about everything has already shut down or is in the process of shutting down, and it's almost like they're holding on to that one component. Needless to say, going online, the Amazons, but not just Amazon. I mean, people got used to it. Guys, there was a time where the idea, Alexi, I don't know if you remember this, Lorena, I don't know if there was a time where
I
the
wasn't born yet. I was very
buying
young.
online, buying online was just not trusted. It's like, yeah, I'm not putting my information, I'm not putting my, what do you want me to put my credit card information in there? It's not happening. Today, that is just the normal. You know what I mean? It's like people, anything packages coming in. And I'm not just talking about Amazon, you know what I mean? That everybody by now already got used to. I'm talking about some of these new little mom and pop type of digital stores that people feel like, yeah, let me put all my information and send it to my house. That that was something that people didn't consider. So here you have over 2,500 people being laid off,
Mm.
being let go, 5 locations, five guys. That's not a small number. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
5 stores.
5 cities.
One of them is coming out of Arlington, Virginia. The second one is San Leandro, California. We have one out of Hawaii. I don't know which one of the islands, but it's in Hawaii. And you have also Simi Valley, California. So you have two out of the state of California. Wonder why? You know what I mean? I'm sure the between the politics and
Socialism works.
all the hey guys, just think about the fact that you have a lot of stores right now saying we're putting out, we're shutting down state of California because again the amount of
Lihue
tax
is a thing.
people just walk in and walk out with things without paying.
Mhm.
And in the state of Florida, Tallahassee is losing their. I don't know if it's the only Macy's. I'm sure there's multiple in Tallahassee, but they're losing that location. So, what does it tell you about the state of the economy? This is the beginning of the year. Obviously, we just came out of the holidays, right?
Mhm.
So it's almost like saying, "Listen, we're gonna sell whatever we can. Well, let's clean up the facilities, and then we'll do. At that point, we take action."
Yes. For me, I think there's two main catalysts to contribute to stores like Macy's, and it's going to get worse for them. I guarantee you, it is going to get worse for Macy's, all the big box stores, and the top two things is obviously online shopping. People are just geared more towards online shop. I'm still a fan of showing up in person, especially like buying clothes. Like I don't want to buy clothes online because
Mhm.
half the time they don't fit the way. You can't get a bespoke suit online. You need to show up in person. You get what I'm saying? So certain things I still would rather do it in person. But most people don't care. They'll just go online. They'll buy anything online. So that's one reason why.
But they do have a full setup online, Alex. Like right now, every single one of the stores. Why is it?
Yeah, but they're late to the game. They're
That
late to the game. They you can't come in now trying to get online. If you wasn't online for 10 plus years, you're already late. Even Walmart was late to the game. So I think a lot of these stores they didn't realize that no, not only is it a good idea to be online, you must be online to survive. And I think they're coming in way too late, where now I'm already shopping on Amazon. I'm already on these other sites. So then I don't want to go to JC. I'm not known. JC Penney's not known for that, or Macy's isn't known for that. Sears isn't known for. You get what I'm saying? So I want to go to those stores in person where I'm used to going to Amazon online. So that's what I'm gonna do. But the second thing that I was gonna say is the big thing is just the pandemic. The pandemic stopped people from going to the mall. And think about it. How often do you see like these box stores? They're connected to malls, right? So then if I don't physically go to a store, I'm definitely not going to a mall. So then stores like I said, the big box stores, all of them are going to continue taking a hit because they're not known for being standalone stores. So then people just don't go to the mall. Ever since the pandemic, I mean, there's no more pandemic, but still people are in pandemic mode to where I think stores like that they're going to continue taking a hit, and it's unfortunate. But I don't think they're going to be able to recover fast enough to transition to online. I feel like it's already too late.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the way that I look at it is, I mean, Macy has been online for a while. In fact, most of the time, like people just go online to check it out and then pick it up at the store. That's an option. The thing that I found interesting was a couple of things. I think no less than 3 or 4 out of the 5 that you mentioned are a blue states. 2 of them being, California leading the pack on that leaders bulletin, which is
I
not something to be
would say
excited
four
about.
out of the five. I would say 4 out of the 5 because Virginia is not. It's not.
Right, 4 out of the 5. Exactly. I said 3 to 4 because I wasn't sure where Virginia was. But then 4 out of 5. And so that speaks to what's happening in the economy on those cities, in those states. Number one. Number two, one of the things that, it's just become from the news and from not even the news that is being reported regularly, but from the things that we see from friends that have offices in the state of California and stuff like that. It's very difficult to do business over there. States like California, New York, same thing. You go to like Walgreens to pick up, I don't know, you were traveling and you were picking up deodorant, and all of a sudden you have to ask somebody to open something for you to pick up a $7-8 stick of deodorant. It's just impossible, to fathom what is happening. So it speaks about the health of the economy in those places. And Alexi, you're 100% right. Retail is changing, and if the companies were not anticipating that, then they're behind the 8 ball by a couple decades. Last but not least, I will say is 2024 is a new year. A lot of companies are cleaning their books. They want to make sure that they have producing assets. I mean, you look at Sports Illustrated and what happened with their laying off a bunch of people because something wasn't renewed. So there's a lot of shifts and changes happening. The number one thing that we need to do is be ready, because we have a couple of people that we know personally that work at Macy's, and it's kind of like, whoa, which Macy's? It's the number one thing that people are asking.
Yeah, I mean, guys, there's a couple of things that we can mention. You know what I mean? Obviously, but when we're saying sign of the times, you know what I mean? This is they were definitely late to the game, but there was a catch-22. You know what I mean? As a place that had that many locations, that many facilities, you couldn't really be all the way out there promoting online shopping because at the same time it's almost like you're
Right.
promoting something against your own business model. But then you realize, wait a minute, we can't be off of it also because there's a big chunk of people that won't come to us after the fact. So now they're jumping in. So between the combination of the economy, the people that are shopping online, it's not that they don't have a business online. As a matter of fact, this could be also a reason online is increasing, right? And the retail side of it is decreasing. You know what I mean? You're talking about different generations. You know what I mean? I agree with you. You know what I mean? For me, there's a lot of stuff that I'm gonna buy only after I touch it, after I see it. I can't. There's certain things that I still don't desire to do the purchase. Although if I don't have any other choice, you know what I mean? But if I have the choice, I will physically go to a location. I want to touch it. I want to see what it looks like. Try it on, and just, again, it was part of the experience. You know what I mean? You got certain locations, certain places, dealers. Nordstrom was one of my favorite locations here in Orlando. They now is down to a little boutique. I don't even know what they call it because I don't know if it's like a discounted place now for them, but it's just like a tiny little corner somewhere that you go in there and nothing is going to be your size. Is that whatever is
To
there
order it online.
clearance. So at that point, so what does it do? It said, okay, let me see if I can find it online. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Uh,
And to add to it too,
yeah.
This is also something that could be the third thing that I would blame is AI. So it could even be where these stores are making money,
Yeah.
but they're not making money through their physical locations.
Yes.
But and then so now if I can fire 2,500 people and replace it with one program to do the same amount of work, then why wouldn't I do that? That's just good business. For I mean, it's bad for the employees, good for the employer.
The average store. Let me just give you an idea. The average store is anywhere between 60 to 90,000. The 90,000 the square footage on that facility. And I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna be reasonable and just call it 90,000 times $20 per square feet, right? That's 1,800,000 divided by 12. That's $150,000 per month just on rent alone. I'm not talking about utilities. I'm not talking about anything else connected to just rent alone per location. Is very easy to assume that they pay no less than $150,000 per month. And so just think about that. This is already saving almost $1 million to the corporation. You add to that the payroll connected to 2,500 people, right? Guys, you know what I mean? It's a significant, in one end, it's significant savings that will have a positive impact on the bottom line. And what they do it is essentially saying, listen, we can continue to do business, survive, and thrive without this location. Again, it goes back to, so what happens to the future of the malls? You know what I mean? The mall concept. They're still building it. This is an interesting scenario. They're still building certain locations, again, when they're projecting growth, but we entering, again, sign of the times is my
Yes.
point. I mean, let's see what it takes us.